In this video, we're going to explore the concept or similarities between the character named Toby in the Naruto series and the actor Tobey Maguire and his portrayal of Spider-Man. But before we do that, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below as we continue to show that there is no such thing as an original story. Now, to fully grasp the concepts that will be discussed in this segment, I encourage you to watch the first part, Toby is Toby. In that video, we went over the idea of zodiacal rabbits, vortexes, black holes, rabbit holes. So in the first video, we did establish that Toby's mask is a play on the rabbit hole or the vortex or the portal. And this is why both him and Kakashi, who are one of the same, both have that power where they can send things interdimensionally or go interdimensional. And as I'll show with character Toby and Toby, this is not uncommon. This is a very common thing in these kind of stories. And it's because it's really a spiritual idea. In the first part, we explored a brief origin of Toby, or Obito, and his relation to Kakashi, whereas both of the characters are playing zodiacal rabbits. And with their story encoding Mercury as well, it's a classic tale of the enemy or an enemy, or the whole complete person, or the person with a hole in them, or the idea of both of those combined spiritually for the holy person. We also further explored the idea of rabbits as mascots in many other shows and their purpose. And then we also explored the idea of rabbit holes, black holes, vortexes, portals, and how these are not actual places that you can go, not actual physical places, but more so spiritual ideas. And as you'll see in this example of Toby and Toby, this is both seen in both of the shows where they reflect or are similar to each other. And being so that this is the year of the rabbit, we will further focus on the idea of rabbits, their concepts, explore some more rabbit characters later. And this is kind of a great way to start that. So to pick off on where we left off at, most characters who are playing the mascot in a story and or even video games are a rabbit. They might not be called a rabbit. The animal that you're seeing might not be a rabbit, but encoded in that character is a rabbit. For instance, Sonic the Hedgehog is a hedgehog, but his original design is a rabbit and has all the attributes of a zodiacal rabbit, where he has spirals, he does the loop like spirals, he goes in and out of portals. He's playing an aspect of the sky. And this is even seen in the title screen where he comes out of the rabbit hole with the angel wings or the angle wings on there. He even goes supersonic or turns into Leo the lion in different series. So it's about the sky, not about a hedgehog. And then we also reinforce that when characters are the mascot, a common way that you can realize if there is a zodiacal rabbit is if their first and last name have the same starting sound or same starting initial, like Mario, like Bugs Bunny, like Mickey Mouse. But there are some other common rabbit-like names that you'll see in characters who are playing rabbits, and it should be an easy point for you to figure out. They all are based off of old traditional or fable stories involving rabbits, like Jack the Rabbit, Peter Rabbit. Even Toby's a common name of a characters that used to be named after rabbits, or characters that are rabbits in traditional kids' stories and old fables. But another one that may surprise you is the name Harry. Harry is also a name of a character who's playing a rabbit. And these names even apply to the actors who are playing the characters in films. So sometimes the character in the film might be a regular name that doesn't point to a rabbit, but the actor's name might be a rabbit, like Toby. And fortunately for the Spider-Man concept, you have Toby and then you also have Peter Parker. So you have two names of rabbit. And it's my belief that actors in Hollywood, especially the top casting actors or the top actors that are in casting roles, not people who might have a speaking role or an extra. I'm talking about the cast. Those characters or those actors they don't audition. They're selected for roles based off of what they represent in the sky. And I can demonstrate this on so many levels. In this video, you'll see a good example of that. But this is why we have Tobey Maguire playing Spider-Man. And that's why we're focusing on him in this video and comparing him to Toby.
Rent? Not now. Listen, it's a free country. It's not rent-free country.
Leave me alone.
Give me rent.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door!
You got any with nuts?
I have some nuts. I could make some.
Go make me some.
So as mentioned before, the most interesting aspect or the most interesting visual feature when looking at the character Toby from Naruto is this mask. And you might say, that looks nothing like Spider-Man. How could these two characters be related? How could Peter Parker be related to Toby? And as well, one, we pointed out that they're both playing rabbits. And then what's also encoded with both of them is this Mercury aspect where a mercurial change goes on where they both become who they become, but then also they have to fight negative of that mercurial change, where you have like the black goo or the venom idea in both of them. But what we should start off first is looking at Peter Parker's mask. When you look at the mask of Peter Parker, you just see spider webs on there, right? But when you know that Toby's mask encodes the vortex, the rabbit hole, the black hole, and then you understand that how that's shown in different variations of how that may look, and then you look at the spider webs on Peter's mask. His mask is also a play on the rabbit hole idea. And like this spider web idea is this inviting of the other world in here, kind of like a portal as well. And you see this in the scene where Spider-Man is sitting on a large web with Mary Jane, and then watching the night sky. And watching the night sky is important because these characters are playing the sky. He's watching the night sky, and while they're on their giant portal, they're watching supernatural shooting of stars occur, and then the symbiote suit falls out of the sky, almost like the black hole that Spider-Man created, invited the goo into this world. And it's never really explained how it came in here. Is because that's really telling the same story. He opened the rabbit hole through his action because he's the rabbit character.